So here you are. I mean, it's happening.
It's happening.
Can you believe it sometimes?
No. And then I still have to remember, it's only been since April of 2022. So I have to keep my expectations in realistic.
10 years after Mary Hipp started the work to launch the Feed and Seed, the 18,000 square foot food market and processing facility has found a home in the Judson community. You're near a zip code that needs you.
Yes, 29611 is the most food insecure zip code in Greenville County.
This market, packed with nutritious, fresh food choices, is Mary's dream, born of frustration.
We've got the farmers and the growers, and we've got the end users. It's recreating or fixing the system that's in between.
You're doing something about it, and that's what makes you so remarkable.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it very much. I don't know, there's a running joke. I've been on this project for about 10 years, and we can't decide if I'm stubborn, stupid, or just tenacious.
Local farmers need expensive equipment to meet federal standards that allow their produce into the schools and hospitals. The Feed and Seed invested in that equipment.
With this facility, we have taken the financial burden of equipment employment off of their plate and put it in our facility.
So you're doing it for them?
We're doing it for them.
Because of the Feed and Seed, farmers have new markets.
We just recently bought tons of what we call B-grade sweet potatoes from a farm down in Lawrence. We're peeling them, we're slicing them into French fries and flash freezing them, and then that's going into the institutional markets like Clemson's cafeterias.
And families discover food that used to be out of reach. When you are impoverished and you don't have the money to figure out how to buy the stuff to begin with, and then you don't know what to do with it when you get it, you are solving that problem.
Exactly. For $5.
Wow.
These are the boxes. They go out every other week.
The Feed and Seed also supports programs that deliver $20 produce boxes to Pickens and Oconee counties. Mary has another passion beyond the Feed and Seed, and it's a big one.
My identity was directly connected to Great Danes. If they saw a Great Dane, they assumed it was me. They took a picture of a Great Dane, they sent it to me. But I've been involved with Great Dane Rescue since 2005. I foster, and I always have one.
Whether rescuing Danes or produce about to go to waste, Mary's a remarkable woman who learned from the best.
It was ingrained in me by my parents and my grandparents that if you've got the time, the talent, or the treasure, you should use it.
So what does success look like to Mary?
I'd love to have 50 to 100 people in here every day eating and shopping, but we're getting new people in every day. We're getting new farmers in every day. We're getting new products out into the institutions every day.
And that was Miss Mary Hipp. Here she is, right here in person for me. Yay! I mean, the Feed and Seed, what a fantastic idea. And you said this is what, 10 years in the making?
11 now. 11 years in the making, 4 different renditions, and we've come up with the best possible plan.
You say your team too. All the all right, we're here. Oh gosh, now we just got shut. Okay, now we're back.
It's been an up and down. It has been a roller coaster, but my father always said it takes 10 years to get a good idea off the ground, and he was right.
He was right. The legacy lives on too, and your family doing great things for the community. I know your mom must be so proud of you right now.
She is, and it's been wonderful. She was a champion to begin with, but now she's a bragging champion.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so let's talk about just the deals. If you want to support Mary and her work, shopping at her place is like part of the way you can do that, and you can get incredible produce and products for very reasonable prices.
Very reasonable, and that's the advantage of being a nonprofit. And because it's taken 10 years, we've got great relationships with farmers. So they are growing things we know people want. Seasons are changing right now. We're getting out of the collards and the sweet potatoes and getting into the radishes and the lettuces and the carrots and fresh mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, shop. We have a take and bakes, and we also have a cafe that serves breakfast and lunch.
It's the take and bakes for me. Like that makes life so much easier. And then especially knowing it's fresh and it's good food.
All made in house. All made in house.
And you're supporting the local growers in our community. They have new markets that they never had before because of your work.
Exactly. So we have farmers that grew only for farmers markets. Now they can expand their production because we'll buy whatever they don't sell in a farmer's market, which then means they can make more money, more production, and more financially secure.
Yeah, less risk for
The
them.
farmers should be like, thank you. know what
They
I
are,
mean?
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, even last summer, because it was so hot, there was just tons of squash.
Yeah.
So we bought over 300 pounds of squash and processed it from a farmer who would otherwise just thrown it away.
All that loss. Can
And
you
it
imagine?
sounded like on the news yesterday we had a story that was talking about how they're looking at federal legislation to pump money into these kind of projects around the country.
Yes, yes. It's called the LFPA program.
Okay.
So we're still working on that with the South Carolina Department of Ag. But the idea is to purchase from farmers and then to donate in risk areas.
Wow.
Well, we think that you are amazing. You said when you first found out that you had been nominated for Remarkable Woman, you're like, all right, this is some scam. None of us trust anything anymore that comes in emails. You're always like, what? What advice would you give somebody watching? Because I love how you said it takes 10 years to get something.
It does.
Some people may not be that patient. They're like, oh my gosh, why is this not happening in a couple months?
If you had told me it was going to take 10 years, I would not have been that patient.
Okay.
It's
So pretend we didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. It's perseverance is
Yeah.
more
Yes.
what it is, and it's just being able to adapt as things change. You know, we had a big change in the world over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So being able to adapt and address needs rather than just saying this is what we're going to do. So what we learned over the 10 years is what was really needed, what needed to be fixed, and what niches needed to be filled, rather than saying this is what we're doing. So be patient, be perseverant, and just perseverance,
Yeah.
and just stay at it.
Well, it's an honor to have told your story, and I'm so happy for you being one of our 4 finalists as
Yes.
a remarkable woman,
I am
Mary.
flattered, and I'm thrilled too.
Well, we're excited. We're going to make you stay a little bit longer, okay?
Yes,
because
ma'am.
at the end of the show, we're going to announce our winner.